Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Blog Podcast. Today is Saturday, April 28th, 2018. Today I'm going to recap last night's NBA playoff games and NHL playoff games, as well as last night in Major League Baseball. Go over some of the second and third round picks that were made in the draft last night, pick an NBA series that starts tonight, and much more. Here we go. Last night in the NBA, the Raptors defeated the Wizards 102-92 in Game 6 to advance to the second round. The Wizards had the lead in this game, but Toronto had the big fourth quarter to get the double-digit win on the road. I picked Toronto on the podcast yesterday, and I did have the Raptors winning this series in 6 games. Kyle Lowry put up 24 points and 6 assists in the win. Bradley Beal put up 32 points in defeat. So it should be an interesting offseason for the Wizards. We'll get into more offseason stuff on a future podcast. The Pacers defeat the Cavaliers 121-87 to force a Game 7. Outstanding game by Victor Oladipo, 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists in the win. LeBron James, 22 points and 7 assists in defeat. And I cannot wait for this Game 7 tomorrow afternoon, and I'll pick the game on tomorrow morning's podcast. The Jazz defeated the Thunder 96-91 in Game 6 to advance to the second round. Ricky Rubio was hurt, but the Jazz still found a way to win. Credit to Donovan Mitchell, who put up 38 points in the win. Russell Westbrook scored 46 points, but only 18 for 43 shooting-wise, as the Thunder are eliminated, and there are a lot of questions surrounding this team. Does Carmelo Anthony opt in? Does Paul George opt out and leave and fled to, let's say, the Lakers? We'll see, as we'll get into more off-season talk on a future podcast, as I just mentioned. Tonight, you have 2 games. Game 7, Bucks-Celtics, 8 o'clock TNT tonight from TD Garden. I picked the Bucks in 6 to win the series, but I don't trust them away from home. I won't be shocked if Giannis Antetokounmpo finds a way for the Bucks to win. I picked the Bucks in every game in the series because I picked the Bucks in 6. But I'm going to take the Celtics here at home to close out the Bucks. They're tremendous at home. The role players are better at home. So give me the Celtics in Game 7. And the nightcap on the doubleheader of TNT is Game 1 of the semifinals between the Pelicans and the Warriors. As I mentioned, 10:30 TNT. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans against Kevin Durant and company. Steph Curry is questionable, I'm hearing, for this game, but I doubt he plays. I think the Warriors win this game, and I'm going to say the Warriors win this series in 6 games. I think Anthony Davis is going to win a couple games for New Orleans in this series by himself, although Drew Holiday has been great in these playoffs for New Orleans as far as well, and he deserves credit too. I'll pick the series that start tomorrow on tomorrow's podcast. Hockey last night, only 1 game. An impressive win for the Winnipeg Jets, 4-1 winners over the Nashville Predators in Game 1 as the Jets take a 1-0 series lead. First period, Brandon Tanev, second of the playoffs, assisted by Brian Little, gives Winnipeg a 1-0 lead. Second period, Paul Stastny, second of the playoffs, assisted by Patrick Laine and Nikolaj Ehlers, 2-0 Winnipeg. Mark Sheffley's fifth of the playoffs, assisted by Blake Wheeler and Kyle Connor, 3-0 Jets. Third period, Kevin Fiala, second of the playoffs, gets Nashville on the board, 3-1 Jets, and that was assisted by Kyle Turris and Ryan Ellis. And the third period, Mark Sheffley's sixth of the playoffs, second of the game, assisted by Blake Wheeler for the empty net goal. 4-1 Winnipeg was your final. I can't just say it anymore. That was an impressive win for the Winnipeg Jets. I won't be shocked if they win the series, although I still think Nashville is going to take this in 7 games. Connor Hellebuck was outstanding in net, 47 saves on 48 shots. He's a Vezina Trophy finalist, and he deserves it. Pekka Rinne wasn't great, 13 saves on 16 shots. He was pulled for Saros, who only had 2 saves on 2 shots. As I said before, the Jets take a early 1-0 series lead. Today you have only 2 games. You have a doubleheader on NBC. The Bruins at the Lightnings have the 3 o'clock on NBC. Should be a fun game. I did not pick the series yet, so I think Tampa Bay wins the series in 7 games. They have a great offense. Boston's good offensively as well. Both teams are solid defensively. But the difference in the series, I think, is the goaltending. I like Tuukka Rask, but he was a little shaky in round one. Vasilevsky was outstanding in round one. He stole a couple wins for Tampa Bay against the Devils. So give me Tampa Bay to win this game and give them to win the series in 7 games. And in Game 2 tonight between the Sharks and the Golden Knights, the Sharks looking to bounce back from that terrible 7-0 defeat. And the Knights looking to go up 2-0. I think the Sharks bounce back here and steal this one on the road. They'll give me 3-2 Sharks in overtime here. And I'll give you a score for the first game as well. Give me 4-2 Lightning in regulation, and that last goal will be an empty netter. Baseball really quickly, before I get to the draft. The Cubs defeat the Brewers 3-2 as they improve to 13-10. Milwaukee drops to 16-11. Pedro Strop with the win. Dan Jennings with the loss. Brandon Morrow with the save. Top of the first, sacrifice fly. Jesus Aguilar 1-0 Brewers. Bottom of the first, RBI single. Javier Baez 1-1. Anthony Rizzo with an RBI single, 2-1 Cubs. Top of the 7th, sacrifice fly, Christian Yelich ties it up at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 7th, Addison Russell scores on the error by Eric Sogard as Javier Baez was safe at first base to give the Cubs a 3-2 lead. That was your final. Yu Darvish had a great outing, 6 innings, 3 hits, no more runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, leaves the game with a still not so good 5.26 ERA. Brent Sutter, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk and 3 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 5.34 ERA. The Orioles defeated the Tigers 6-0 as they improve to 7-19. The trade drops to 10-14. Chris Tillman with the win. Mike Fiers with the loss. This is all Orioles. Bottom of the first, home run Manny Machado, 1-0 Orioles. Bottom of the 5th, home run Pedro Alvarez, 2-0 Orioles. Bottom of the 6th, RBI double Jace Peterson, 3-0 Orioles. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run home run by Pedro Alvarez, the second of the game, 5-0 Orioles. Bottom of the 8th, RBI single, Manny Machado, 6-0 Orioles. Chris Tillman had his best outing of the early season, 7 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 7.03 ERA. Mike Fiers was okay, 6 innings, 4 hits, 300 runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.91 ERA. The Diamondbacks defeated the Nationals 4-1 as they improved to 18-7. Washington drops to 11-15. Zach Godley with the win. Steven Strasburg with the loss. Brad Boxberger with the save. Top of the 2nd, home run A.J. Pollock, 1-0 Diamondbacks, followed by an RBI single by Nick Ahmed, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 3rd, 2-run home run. Howie Kendrick ties it up at 2 apiece. Then a grounder into a fielder's choice by Matt Wieters, 3-2 Nationals. Top of the 4th, RBI double Daniel Descalso, 3-3 game. Bottom of the 5th, sacrifice fly Wilmer Difo, 4-3 Nats. Top of the 6th, RBI triple. A.J. Pollock ties it up at 4 apiece. And the game-winning sacrifice fly by Danny Descalso gives the Diamondbacks a 5-4 lead for good. Zach Godley, 5 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.81 ERA. Steven Strasburg, 6 in the 3rd innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.63 ERA. The Phillies defeated the Braves 7-3 as they improve to 16-9. Atlanta drops to 14-11. Aaron Nola with the win. Max Fry with the loss. Top of the 1st, RBI single Freddie Freeman, 1-0 Braves. Then Ozzie Albies stole home as Freddie Freeman stole 2nd, 2-0 Braves. Then an RBI double by Ronald Acuna gives the Braves a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the 1st, game-tying home run Abdul Herrera, 3-3 game. Bottom of the 6th, another home run by Abdul Herrera, 4-3 Phils. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run home run Jorge Alfaro, 6-3 Phils. Bottom of the 8th, Jorge Alfaro again, but with an RBI single, 7-3 Phils was your final. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 7 hits, 300 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 2.58 ERA. Julio Teheran did not have a good outing. 3 innings, 2 hits, 300 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 4.5 ERA. The Pirates defeated the Cardinals 6-5 in 11 innings as they improve to 15-11. St. Louis drops to 15-10. George Contos with the win. Jordan Hicks with the loss. Top of the 3rd, home run Jed Jerko, 1-0 Cards, followed by an RBI double by Tommy Pham, 2-0 Cards. RBI single Marcelo Ozuna, 3-0 Cards. Top of the 4th, sacrifice fly Colton Wong, 4-0 Cards. Top of the 5th, RBI single, Marcell Ozuna, 5-0 Cards. Bottom of the 6th, here come the Pirates. Home run, Gregory Polanco makes it a 5-1 game. Then a sacrifice fly by Corey Dickerson makes it a 5-2 game. And here come the Pirates for good. Bottom of the 9th, Colin Moran was safe on the error by Jose Martinez as Corey Dickerson scores to make it 5-3. Then the game-tying double by Jordy Mercer ties it up at 5 apiece. Bottom of the 11th, walk-off single, Starling Marte gives the Pirates a 6-5 win. Stephen Bell, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 4.97 ERA. Miles McCollum was okay, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.27 ERA. He's been a solid starter for them this season. The Rangers defeated the Blue Jays 6-4 as they improve to 10-17. Toronto drops to 14-11. Mike Minor with the win. Marcus Stroman with the loss. Keone Kela with the save. Top of the 1st, the Rangers get it going on a 2-run single by Nomar Mazara to make it 2-0. 2-run home run, Joey Gallo makes it 4-0. Bottom of the 1st, RBI single, Justin Smoak makes it 4-1. Bottom of the 2nd, a 2-run double by Steve Pearce makes it a 4-3 game. Bottom of the 3rd, RBI triple, Kevin Pillar makes it a 4-4 game. Top of the 6th, 2-run single by Ronald Guzman to make it a 6-4 game, and that was your final score. Mike Minor was okay, 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 4.33 ERA. Marcus Stroman, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with an 8.88 ERA. The Rays defeated the Red Sox 4-3. So the Rays quietly have won 7 straight games. They are now 11-13. Boston drops to 19-6. Blake Snell with the win. Drew Pomeranz with the loss. Alex Colon with the save. Top of the 1st, home run, Wilson Ramos, a 2-run shot, 2-0 Rays. Top of the 3rd, home run, Rob Refsnyder, 3-0 Rays. Top of the 4th, home run, Daniel Robertson, 4-0 Rays. Bottom of the 6th, the Red Sox get going. RBI double, Mookie Betts makes it 4-1. RBI double, JD Martinez makes it 4-2. Bottom of the 8th, another hit for JD Martinez, and RBI single makes it 4-3. But the Rays hold on to get the win. Blake Snell was great again. 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. Leads the game with a 2.52 ERA. Drew Pomeranz, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with an ugly 7.27 ERA. The Indians defeat the Mariners 6-5 as they improve to 14-10. Seattle drops to 14-11. Corey Kluber with the win as Mario Ramirez with the loss. Bottom of the 1st, home run Francisco Lindor, 1-0 Indians. Home run Michael Brantley, 2-0 Indians. Home run Edwin Encarnacion, 3-0 Indians. Bottom of the 3rd, sacrifice fly Michael Brantley, 4-0 Indians. Bottom of the 6th, home run Yonder Alonso, 5-0 Indians. Home run Yan Gomes, 6-0 Indians. Here come the Mariners to make it interesting. Top of the 7th, home run Mitch Haniger makes it a 6-2 game. Top of the 9th, home run Mike Zunino makes it a 6-5 game as Cleveland holds on for the win. Corey Kluber missed the complete game. He went 8 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.18 ERA. Ramirez, 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Leaves the game with an ugly 10.24 ERA. The Rockies defeat the Marlins 1-0 as they improve to 15-12. The Marlins drop to 7-18. Antonio Senzadella with the win. Jose Arena with the loss. Wade Davis with the save. The lone run of the game came on an RBI double by Antonio Senzadella to give the Rockies a 1-0 lead for good. Tyler Anderson had to leave the game due to injury. He only went an inning and a third. Gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Leaves the game with a 4.10 ERA. Senzadella was great in relief, though. 3 2/3 innings, a hit, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a still not so good 6.23 ERA. The Reds destroyed the Twins 15-9 as they improved to 6-20. Minnesota drops to 8-13. David Hernandez with the win. Tyler Duffy with the loss. Top of the 1st, home run Jose Peraza, 1-0 Reds. Bottom of the 1st, RBI single Miguel Sano, 1-1. RBI double Eddie Rosario makes it 2-1 Twins. RBI ground out Max Kepler, 3-1 Twins. Home run Logan Morrison makes it 5-1 Twins. Top of the 3rd, RBI single Scooter Gennett makes it a 5-2 game. RBI single Eugenio Suarez makes it a 5-3 game. Bottom of the 3rd, RBI single, Logan Morrison, 6-3 Twins. RBI double, Robbie Grossman, 7-3 Twins. Top of the fourth, RBI double, Jesse Winker makes it a 7-4 game. Bottom of the fourth, RBI double, Max Kepler makes it an 8-4 game. Top of the fifth, home run, Joey Votto makes it an 8-5 game. 2-run single, Scott Schleber makes it an 8-7 game. The game-tying sacrifice fly by Tucker Barnhart makes it an 8-8 game. RBI triple, Billy Hamilton makes it a 9-8 Reds lead. And then Hamilton scored on a wild pitch by Alex Presley to make it a 10-8 game. Top of the seventh, bases loaded walk by Scott Schebler to give the Reds a 11-8 lead. Top of the ninth, home run Jose Peraza, his second of the game, makes it a 12-8 Reds lead. RBI double that's drove in two for Adam Duvall makes it 14-8. And the cap it off for the Reds was a sacrifice fly by Tucker Barnhart to make it 15-8. And the Twins got a garbage home run in the bottom of the ninth by Eddie Rosario to make it a 5-9 final. Luis Castillo only lasted an inning. He gave up 6 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 walks, and he didn't strike out anybody. Leaves the game with an ugly ERA of 7.85. Phil Hughes was not good. 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 7.71 ERA. The Athletics defeated the Astros 8-1, an impressive win for Oakland as they improve to 14-12. Houston drops to 17-10. Sean Manaea with the win, Dallas Keuchel with the loss. Bottom of the fourth, the Astros get their lone run on an RBI single by Carlos Correa to give them a 1-0 lead. All Oakland from there. Top of the fifth, home run Matt Chapman, 1-1. Top of the sixth, 2-run home run Chad Pinder, 3-1 A's. Top of the seventh, RBI single Matt Olson, 4-1 A's. 2-run home run Mark Hanna, 6-1 A's. Top of the eighth, 2-run triple Jed Lowry, 8-1 A's. And that was your final. Manaea was great again, coming off the no-hitter. 7 innings, 4 hits, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Leaves the game with the sparkling 1.03 ERA. He's probably the favorite for the American League Cy Young right now. Certainly the favorite for the pitcher of the month for April. I would expect him to win that. Dallas Keuchel, 7 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 4 ERA. The White Sox defeated the Royals 7-4 in 11 innings as the White Sox improved to 7-16. Casey drops to 5-19. Gregory Infante with the win. Tim Hill with the loss. Joaquin Soria with the save. Bottom of the first, the Royals get going. Home run. Mike Moustakas, 1-0 KC. RBI double Jorge Soler, 2-0 Royals. Top of the second, RBI triple Leury Garcia makes it a 2-1 game to get the White Sox on the board. Adam Engel sacrifice to the pitcher makes it 2-2 as Leury Garcia scores. Top of the fourth, home run Matt Davidson gives the White Sox a 3-2 lead. RBI triple, Adam Engel makes it a 4-2 game. Bottom of the seventh, a wild pitch scores in Whit Merrifield to make it a 4-3 game. Then Jorge Soler was safe on the throwing error by Tim Anderson as Mike Moustakas scored to make it a tie game in the bottom of the seventh. Top of the 11th, home run Matt Davidson, his second of the game. 2-run shot to give the White Sox a 6-4 lead. Then Leury Garcia RBI single gives the White Sox a 7-4 lead for good. Reynaldo Lopez, 6 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 1.78 ERA. Danny Duffy, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 5.40 ERA. The Yankees defeated the Angels 4-3 in 10 innings. The Yankees improved to 16-9. The Angels dropped to 16-10. David Robertson with the win. Blake Parker with the loss, and Roldis Chapman with the save. Bottom of the second, home run Shohei Ohtani, 1-0 Angels. Top of the fifth, sacrifice fly Aaron Hicks makes it 1-1. Top of the sixth, sacrifice fly Neil Walker makes it a 2-1 game. Although there was a bad call on that. They marked Stanton out at second base. Meanwhile, he clearly tagged up to go to third, but the ump clearly missed that one. But the Yankees still get a run there. Bottom of the seventh, a 2-run triple by Drelton Simmons off of Luis Severino makes it a 3-2 Angels lead. Top of the ninth, sacrifice fly Brett Gardner coming up the pinch hit for Ronald Torreyes ties the game up for the Yanks at 3 apiece. Top of the 10th, home run Didi Gregorius, his 10th of the year, tied with Mike Trout for the league lead. 4-3 was your final. Luis Severino is great up until he gave up the triple. 7 innings, 5 hits, 300 runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.61 ERA. Andrew Heaney, 5 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 6.91 ERA. The Mets defeated the Padres 5-1 as they improve to 16-8. San Diego drops to 9-18. Jacob deGrom with the win. Clayton Richard with the loss. Top of the first, RBI single. Todd Frazier, 1-0 Mets. Top of the seventh, a 3-run home run by Asdrubal Cabrera. 4-1 Mets. Top of the eighth, RBI double. Jose Lobaton, 5-0 Mets. Bottom of the ninth, a garbage home run for the Padres by Frankie Cordero. 5-1's your final. Jacob deGrom was outstanding. 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.06 ERA. Clayton Richard, 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 300 runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 5.35 ERA. The Giants defeated the Dodgers 6-4 as they improved to 12-13. The Dodgers dropped to 11-13. Sam Dyson with the win. Tony Segurani with the loss. Hunter Strickland with the save. Bottom of the second, home run Evan Longoria, 1-0 Giants. Home run Brandon Crawford, 2-0 Giants. Top of the fourth, RBI double Yasmani Grandal getting the Dodgers on the board, make it a 2-1 game. Game tying double Yasiel Puig, make it 2-2. Dodgers take a lead on a 2-run double by Heijin Ryu to go up 4-2. Bottom of the seventh, here come the Giants. RBI single by Gorkis Hernandez makes it a 4-3 game. Followed by an RBI double by Kelby Tomlinson to tie it up at 4 apiece. Then Gorkis Hernandez scored on a balk by Pedro Baez. Then Joe Panik hits the sacrifice fly to give the Giants a 6-4 win for good. Derek Holland did not pitch great. 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 5.76 ERA. Give the Giants bullpen credit. They kept them in this game. Heijin Ryu was okay. 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.22 ERA. Today's slate of games, you have Reds Twins at 2 o'clock. Sal Romano and Jake Odorizzi. 2:15, you have game 1 of a doubleheader between the White Sox and the Royals. Carson Fulmer against Trevor Oaks. You have the Brewers and the Cubs at 2:20. Junior Guerrero against Jose Quintana. Rays going for 8 in a row against the Red Sox. Yanni Chirinos against David Price. Diamondbacks Nationals on FS1. Patrick Corbin and Jeremy Hellickson. Since it's on FS1, it's a national game, I'll pick it. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks to get the win on the road. Corbin's been outstanding this season so far. He might win the NL Pitcher of the Month award. I'll give out my monthly awards on Tuesday's podcast because Tuesday's May 1st. So that's a little bit of spoiler alert, as I might have given away a couple of my Player of the Month awards there. Game 1 of a doubleheader between the Dodgers and the Giants at 4 o'clock. You have the Rangers and the Blue Jays at 4:07. Mariners Indians at 4:10. Braves Phillies at 6:05. Tigers Orioles at 7:05. Cardinals Pirates at 7:05. Athletics Astros at 7:10. Rockies Marlins at 7:10. Game 2 of the doubleheader between the White Sox and the Royals at 8:15. You have Mets Padres at 8:40. FS1 game between the Yankees and the Angels at 9 o'clock. Masahiro Tanaka against Garrett Richards. Another FS1 game, so I'll pick it. I think the Angels snapped the Yankees' winning streak tonight. I think Richards will pitch well. Tanaka's been inconsistent so far this season, especially on the road. So give me the Angels to beat the Yankees in another close game. And Dodgers-Giants, game 2 of the doubleheader tonight. Want to go over the draft real quick with some good picks and whatnot. There's some good picks. There are some questionable picks. The first pick by the Browns in the second round was Austin Corbett. There were better players on the board than Corbett, in my opinion. Will Hernandez went in the second pick in the second round. That was a great pick for the Giants. Other notable picks in this round, Kerryon Johnson was a trade up by, I believe it was the Lions. That was a solid pick. The Steelers taking Mason Rudolph in the 3rd round was interesting. You had James Washington getting picked by the Steelers as well. That was a solid pick since they traded away Martavis Bryant. B.J. Hill was picked by the Giants in the 3rd round, as well as Lorenzo Carter. The Carter pick was nice by the Giants, I thought. The Redskins took Darius Geis, which was an interesting pick. They can use an upgrade at running back. I'm not a big Geis fan. There was talks of him going in the 1st round, but wasn't a big fan. The Browns took Nick Chubb, what I thought was a good pick. The Patriots took the corner from Florida, Duke Dawson. That was a good pick. The Bears took Anthony Miller from Memphis. I thought that was a nice pick. Braden Smith was picked by the Colts. That was a nice pick. There are some good players left on the board. Ronald Jones was picked last night. That was a steal for whoever took him. I think it was Tampa Bay. Dallas Goedert was picked by the Eagles. That was a solid pick. Mike Gesicki was picked by the Dolphins from Penn State. That was a solid pick. There are some good players left on the board. There's a couple of those late-tier quarterbacks. Luke Falk is still on the board. I believe Bo Scarborough from Alabama is still on the board. There's a bunch of good players still left on the board. We'll see. We'll recap all that on tomorrow's podcast. And I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.